Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And it's the day after Halloween.
Yep.
So we're going through some of the more risque costumes. There was a bit of controversy. I like this Halloween. There's some stories coming out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Jerry Seinfeld is slamming his kids' school because they're letting the kids take election day off because
Of distress.
they worry the kids are going to be too distressed on election day. So Jerry's coming for the school.
Yep.
And we'll also cover Diddy Combs. There's more allegations about Diddy. So let's start with that. And reminder, we're live on YouTube. So leave your comments, your questions, anything like that, and we'll get to it at the end of the show.
Yes. It could even be not about stories. Could be just general comments, concerns, questions.
Yes, we love concerns. This is a feedback box. To begin with, Diddy.
Yes.
A former Playboy model was on a podcast and she shared her account of having sexual relations with Diddy. This happened back in 2000, so many years ago. But J.Lo and Diddy were allegedly together at the time. J.Lo and Diddy dated from 1999 to 2001.
Yep.
And this incident happened in Japan in 2000.
And J.Lo has said in the past that her and Diddy didn't work out because of cheating allegations.
Right. Well, here is one.
Yeah.
This lady said that she met Diddy at a strip club.
Mm-hmm.
He invited her and her friend back to a party at his. They got there. Diddy was the only one at the party.
They said it was not the kind of party they were looking to hang at.
Right. So this lady and her friend pleasured Diddy.
They said that it wasn't forceful.
No, it wasn't forceful.
Yeah, they were like in on it.
And
they were into it.
It's also important to note, this isn't like a lawsuit. This isn't a case against him.
It's just her interaction that she had with Diddy.
It's interesting because it just happened at the J.Lo time. And she's
Right.
So her and her friend pleasured Diddy, both of them apparently, for 20 minutes. Not bad. And then the security guard comes in. He notices the woman. And the woman was someone he hooked up with last night.
Yeah, and he was fuming.
So he's fuming. He hooked up with this woman last night. He gets a bit agitated at these women. This woman said Diddy didn't do anything physical or anything like that.
Well, she did say or claim that he made her watch a J.Lo video.
Yes.
That's very strange.
So that's the interesting thing. She said that Diddy really wanted them to watch on repeat this J.Lo music video.
Did it say what music video?
She didn't recall. What
I'm
video.
dying to know which one.
Which one would you pick?
I don't know. I mean, they're all kind of sexy, but not like pornographic sexy.
It's weird that Diddy's dating J.Lo,
right?
And he wants to watch or listen to her while other women pleasure him.
It feels naughty, right?
But also, like, if you're with J.Lo, just go and be with J.Lo.
Totally.
Why random women in
Unless
Tokyo?
Maybe they were having like problems at that time.
Yeah. I mean, this story, God knows, the 100% truth or not. And this, as I say, this isn't like an allegation against him. It's just a woman's account. But it is interesting, J.Lo being talked about more in relation to Diddy because she definitely doesn't want to discuss it herself. In fact, did you see a reporter tried to ask her
about it?
I think it was yesterday.
Ooh.
And she just left.
She wants nothing to do with it.
But everybody's interested in
of course,
her link to anything Diddy and what she might know or witnessed and everything like that.
Yep.
Because this Diddy trial is just it starts on May 5th. At this stage, it starts on May 5th next year. But in the build-up, there's grand juries and all this stuff. And just yesterday, a grand jury witness said that he had tapes given to him by Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, that allegedly have more than a handful of known celebrities on there.
Yep.
And that he thinks he's had to hand these over to feds. So it's
I bet a bunch of celebrities are shaking in their boots right now. They don't want to be linked at all to this Diddy thing.
Yeah, even if you went to a party and it was consensual and that sort of stuff, I don't think you want tapes coming out. You know who you were if you went to...
there's allegations too that he recorded these tapes without people knowing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And also,
Yikes.
this same witness, his name is Courtney Burgess, the guy that he went to the grand jury and said these allegations of these tapes. He also says that he's in possession of Kim Porter's diary. He tried to get it sort of like sell it on Amazon for a while, like an edited version, but then Diddy's kids blocked it. But he says like he's got Kim's unedited diary,
Yikes.
which he's handing over too. And I mean, if it's really is her diary, apparently has like she knows where the bodies are buried,
Yes.
metaphorically. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just think 2025, this case, it just could be the biggest court case in the history of America, like bigger than OJ. Like,
What about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? That was pretty groundbreaking.
if there are really 8 celebrities, and this grand jury witness says that one of the celebrities is bigger than Diddy. He says one of and so like this is just a witness at this stage. So
Yeah.
you know, God knows. But when this trial goes forward, it's just like there's gonna be so much dirt.
Yes.
So much dirt.
Yes.
Crazy to see what happens.
2025.
Yeah.
The reckoning.
The reckoning. All right. On to our next story. Tell me about Heidi Klum. She's the queen of Halloween.
Queen
How'd
of
she go?
Halloween. So every year she goes all out for her costumes. And I think people are a little confused. Heidi doesn't normally do like sexy costumes. They're elaborate, they're interesting, they're eclectic. So everyone obviously was wondering what she was going to be this year. She was teasing it all yesterday. Well, she debuted E.T. Actually, it was like 2 little E.T.s. It was very strange.
Well,
but
no, her husband was one.
Oh, okay. Tom
Was one.
Kaulitz or whatever was one.
He
Okay,
was the
that makes
male
sense.
one. She was the female ET.
Yes. So she came out as E.T., but Janelle Monáe did this just recently,
Yesterday.
which is hard because you don't go and change your costume. It's impossible. If someone does your costume, you're like, oh shoot, they beat me to it.
This is just the funniest thing. Like, you know, when girls
What are the odds?
when girls accidentally come in the same like outfit, it's funny. But this
yes.
is like these ET outfits. Janelle Monáe 24 hours ago.
Yep.
Heidi Klum last night.
Yeah.
They look very similar. Obviously, it's ET. They both would have taken 10 hours to make. They're so elaborate.
Yeah.
ET is such an obscure costume idea to pick. Like
But
it's not like the
people
Menendez
love-
brothers. You know what I mean? Like you go, okay, well it's in the
kind
news.
of.
It's in the news. So
People are doing 90s stuff, right? E.T., Clueless, Menendez brothers. Like the 90s rule Halloween. They did last year, they did this year. So, and actually, I think it was last year or maybe the year before, I went to a party and there was a bunch of celebrities at this party, not to like name drop, but somebody was dressed up as E.T. No one knew who this. It was an elaborate E.T. costume. No one knew who this was. I got a photo with him. I'm like, E.T. Like he was the hit
or
of the
her
party.
maybe. Like it could have been Heidi or Janelle.
I found out later. I came in the office. I'm like, can you guys look up who was E.T.? Like to see like the
Okay.
agency photos. It was Tyga.
A tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
I was like, wow, okay. So technically,
He's
Heidi
the
and
first.
Janelle copied Tyga.
I just think that Janelle Monáe maybe knew what Heidi was going to
No,
do.
there's
Yep.
no way.
Yep.
There's no way.
So she knew that the Queen of Halloween was doing this ET thing on the 31st.
And you think she was trying to steal her thunder? There's
Yep.
no way.
Yep. I reckon that maybe she has a little beef with Heidi and she says, I'm going to one-up you.
No, Charlie, this is fake
too coincidental.
outrage.
It's not outrage. I love it. I love that Janelle Monáe did this. She won up the Queen of Halloween and Heidi. Can you imagine Heidi seeing the photos online of Janelle Monáe?
See, I as the Queen of Halloween, I would, if I were her, I would be like, all right, guys, we have 3 hours. Let's change
everything.
Yep. Let's
Change
go with
everything.
plan B. They have to have a plan B. I'd be like, roll in plan B.
Another Halloween duo that I found pretty funny is Bill Belichick, man.
Oh, yes. And his girlfriend.
Bill Belichick, this guy's 72 and he's doing these silly little Halloween photos with his 24-year-old girlfriend.
They're cute.
It's not
They're
cute. It's not cute.
You are such a hater. You're a
She's-
Halloween hater.
She's like a wannabe influencer. Okay, let me paint the picture.
She is an influencer.
She is. They're in the water. They're in the ocean, right? In
Yep.
the shallows. She's dressed as a mermaid with her mouth agape as Bill Belichick hangs above her with his massive fishing pole.
Like he's a fisherman that caught the mermaid.
Yeah, and he's 72. He's someone's grandpa.
Cute. You think grandpas can't celebrate Halloween and dress
No,
up?
with their 24-year-old girlfriends dressed as a mermaid in the water with her mouth wide open.
Oh, I
It's
love
just
it.
gross.
It's so fun.
Gross.
It's fun. Also, Kim Kardashian, these photos crushed on the website yesterday. She dressed up as an albino alligator.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not feeling this at all. It's a little too out there for me, but people loved it. I mean, her body looks amazing.
It looks otherworldly.
Definitely.
Like, I'd bang that alligator.
I mean, I feel like the new thing for Halloween is doing these like elaborate photo shoots in your costume. Like these people probably took photos like way in advance. Like even Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber, they recreated the Simple Life poster from Paris and Nicole Richie. Oh, it was good. We actually had a couple girls here do the same thing.
Oh, did they really? They did that?
Stephanie and Ella.
Do you feel like Halloween's getting a little less sexy?
Okay, let's move on.
I'm just saying, like, you know,
No.
it used to, I mean, when I went to college.
Oh, yeah,
It
like
was kind of-
sexy pirate.
It was excuse, like, just for,
Naughty schoolgirl.
But now, like, all the famous female celebrities are going as E.T. or an alligator or, like,
it's becoming more. I will say it is becoming more serious, and it's becoming more elaborate. Back in the day, you'd be like, "Oh, put on a French maid costume and you're good to go." But now it's like elaborate costumes with like backdrops, photographer. Now it's like full on photo shoots.
It's like the Met Gala.
Yeah, it is kinda. It is.
Okay, on to our final story. Jerry Seinfeld is slamming his kid's ex-school, saying that this is the reason I took him out.
Yeah.
Because the ex-school is this school called, it's called the Ethical Culture Fieldston School, which gives you an indication about, I don't know, what sort of school it's like.
Right.
Because they charge $65,000 and they're one of these schools.
A year.
$65,000 a year, and he's one of these schools who takes a lot of days off for no reason. Like, my kid goes to preschool. They take a lot of days off for no reason, just, you know. This school is saying kids get the day off on election day because they're worried that it's going to be a traumatic time for young people.
Yeah, I think this is kind of exactly why people don't like Hollywood. This is like your typical, like, woke, liberal kind of like rule where it's like, oh, let's have these children, let's give them the day off because the election, you know, the world is coming to an end and all this stuff. And that's exactly why people hate Hollywood. And obviously, Jerry hates it too because he said that he took his kid out. And it's been like, all these kind of things have irritated his family and forced him to transfer his son out. And he said, quote, "This is why the kids hated it. What kind of lives have these people led that makes them think that this is the right way to handle young people? We need to encourage for them to buckle. This is the lesson they're providing for ungodly sums of money."
Right? I mean, hate to say it, but I kind of agree with Jerry on this one.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
agree with
it's
him
like
much.
we used to be like tough love, like I think our generation. And now it's just like very soft, gentle parenting, which I don't think is healthy either. There needs to be a balance. You got to teach kids to toughen up every now and then.
I was coddled. Do
Were
I
you?
look like a product of tough love? Do I seem like that?
Yeah, I guess probably not. You're always, and that's why you're always angry, by the way.
I'm always angry.
Yes.
Nah, I'm always trolling out of love.
Oh, Charlie, I'm just joking with you.
I was
You're
too
getting
mean.
so
By the way, I
sensitive.
was too mean to Charlie Neff yesterday. People have been telling me I came for you in your Halloween costume.
I know. The day my Super Bowl, you slammed me down.
I
on
know.
My Super Bowl. Who does that? It's like me slamming you on your birthday.
I know. I just
Wow,
like,
am I getting an apology right
you
now?
kind of are like.
Oh my God, today's November 1st. Like, let's mark the calendar.
Usually, when people say I'm too mean to you, I'm like, next. But I did reflect on yesterday, and
Aw.
I don't like, you know, I don't like people giving too much effort on their Halloween costumes and trying to like be too much this or too much that.
I was just a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. That wasn't a whole lot of effort.
You woke up early and you had everyone film your like wind machine you had on your hair.
I was sweating after doing the dance, Thunderstruck,
It was
which
a
you
bit
could
much.
never do. You can't touch your toes.
Okay, let's not get into it. All right, this is an apology. Okay, let's read out some of the comments. David Zaldivar. David,
You're a loyal fan of this podcast.
huh?
We got to give you a shout out, David. You're holding it down for us. Thank you.
He said the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was big, but this Diddy trial will be way bigger and more explosive.
Wow, it's definitely
has to.
possible. It's definitely possible.
But except, like, did anyone poo the bed in this Diddy trial?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
That was the big thing. I mean, I
Yeah, it
was
was.
poo in bed.
Yeah.
Heidi, on the Heidi Klum story,
Yep.
Heather's Craft Corner, which is must be an Etsy shop or something.
Such a cute name.
Said Heidi's ET was better than Janelle's. She is still Halloween costume queen. Was it better than Janelle's? Looking at it here,
I mean,
she had a wig on hers.
they both look pretty good. It's hard to compare. Like, what are we doing? We're comparing ET costumes right now. Like, both were great.
Both are great.
By the way, speaking of Halloween,
Yeah.
today, guess who entered the chat?
Who?
Mariah Carey.
Off that.
She said, "It's time."
I thought it's for Christmas.
Yes.
I thought it's Thanksgiving next.
No, we skip Thanksgiving here.
What?
Yeah.
It should be like.
We go straight to, I go personally straight to Christmas decor.
Is it okay to put the Christmas tree up today?
Yeah.
November 1st.
Am I going to get slammed?
November 1st, Christmas tree day.
According to Mariah, it's time.
And everyone's in the comments loving
Oh,
Charlie.
wow.
Charlie and Charlie duo, everyone's just like.
People
loving
love
it.
Charlie and Charlie.
They do. I mean, often you're too busy, or I mean, yesterday you were busy doing your makeup. So, you know,
Rude. It was Halloween.
you seem to take any excuse not to do the podcast. every
Not
day.
at all. I love coming on here.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay, I love you too.
Oh, look at us. This is so healthy. We're
November,
adulting.
man. November
I
is gonna
know.
be a good
New
month.
leaf.
OG Peasy, thank you. And Courtney Renee, everyone's loving the Charlies.
Yes.
SM Down H9 says, I don't think a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit is putting in too much effort.
I agree. That's what I said. You were saying it was way too much. It's really not. I got pom-poms and an outfit.
Yeah.
What are we? Wait, I thought we
just-
were making strides in our relationship.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Just say I looked good.
You look great.
Okay.
You look
okay.
really, really
we'll
nice.
end there. And
Well done.
you looked great too.
I was Ray Gun the breakdance.
Yes.
I looked
yes.
fine. Okay, Charlie.
Okay, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you. I don't know if I like this. Let's go back to hating each other.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.